Now we are proceeding to amendments in segment 20, that is miscellaneous provisions under GST. In that, the first amendment is Eva bill is not required, that is like Eva bill cannot be filed. Eva bill cannot be filed if a person has not submitted GSTR 3B for 2 consecutive months. So, which means that every registered person, when they are making taxable supplies, they need to generate Eva bill, but they cannot generate Eva bill if they are not filing GSTR 3B for 2 consecutive months. So, it is like it's a compulsion that I have to file GSTR 3B to continue my business, because in continuing my business I need to generate Eva bill. But here there is a view that, sir, if supplier cannot generate Eva bill, then what, transporter can generate Eva bill na? Of course, yes, transporter can generate the Eva bill, or even recipient can generate the Eva bill. So, they should have given the restriction to all with respect to this particular supplier. As per rule 138E of CGST rules effective from 21/11/2019, if supplier or recipient or transporter or e-commerce operator or courier has not filed returns for 2 consecutive months or for 2 consecutive periods, that is in case of composition scheme, Part A of Eva bill cannot be generated by supplier, recipient, transporter, e-commerce operator or a courier agency. So, those who did not file GSTR 3B for 2 months, they cannot generate Eva bill. But with respect to that supplies, my question is that can be generated by transporter or recipient also, right? So, that's the point which is in doubt. So, there is no clarity on that. Consequence, they cannot sell goods or move goods without Eva bill, and if they try to do so, such goods are liable for confiscation. Then, validity of Eva bill. What is the validity of Eva bill? Generally, once an Eva bill is generated, it is valid for 1 day for every 100 kilometers or part thereof. Suppose if the journey is of 402 kilometers, then the validity of the Eva bill is 5 days. So, which means within 5 days the destination needs to be reached. And it is important to note here that the validity starts from the midnight of the day in which Eva bill is generated. Say, today morning 3 AM Eva bill is generated, its validity starts from today midnight. I generate Eva bill, suppose in the afternoon, it starts from today's midnight. If I generate evening, today's midnight. So, at any time in a day, if I generate a Eva bill, its validity starts from that day midnight, 00.00, and from there we need to count the 5 days. Suppose if it is over dimensional cargo, then it is 1 day for every 20 kilometers or part thereof. What is this over dimensional cargo? The large vehicles, like wherein the cargo container itself will be popping out completely. So, like some 10 tires, 20 tires vehicles will be there. So, these kind of over dimensional cargo, it will take time for those kind of vehicles to reach the destination. So, they have reduced it to 1 day for every 20 kilometers or part thereof. Now, the latest amendment is in case of multimodal transportation. Multimode transportation means there involves more than one mode of conveyance for reaching the destination, like few kilometers by roadways, thereafter by airways, and thereafter by seaways, and thereafter again by roadways, like this multi-mode transportation involving one leg of the journey as waterways. Then also it will be 1 day for every 20 kilometers or part thereof. What if it is multi-mode transportation involving only railways, roadways and airways, but does not involve waterways? In that case, regular, that is 1 day for every 100 kilometers or part thereof. Now, say this got expired, that is the validity got expired, then what we need to do? From the time when the validity got expired, from that time within 8 hours, we need to extend the validity of the Eva bill. You can see that table. In case of over dimensional cargo or multimodal transportation in which at least one leg involves transport by ship, 1 day for every 20 kilometers or part thereof. In any other case, 1 day for every 100 kilometers or part thereof. The validity of Eva bill may be extended within 8 hours from the date of its expiry. That is also an amendment, because previously it was within 8 hours before or after, but now it is only within 8 hours after expiry. Multimodal transportation means what? Multiple modes of transporting will be there. And can we update the vehicle number every time when we are changing the mode of conveyance? Yes. So we have a multi-vehicle updation option also in the Eva Bill. So using that we can do that. Then, so I have given just some example as to how the multimodal transportation will be. Look into the validity, illustrations related to validity. Eva Bill generate on April 1, 2019 at 5 p.m. So we need to count from April 1st midnight. For transportation of cargo which will cover a distance of 90 kilometers, so that is 1 day. So it will go up to April 2nd, 2019, April 1st midnight to April 2nd midnight. And if it is multimodal transportation, then it will be 20 kilometers are part thereof 1 day. So which means 5 days, that starts from April 1st midnight to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th till the midnight of April 6th. Illustration 2. Eva Bill is generated on April 1 at 3 am for transport of cargo which will cover a distance of 190 kilometers. Again same, if it is normal 2 days, if it is multimodal 10 days, which starts from April 1st midnight. Illustration 3. Supplier handed over the goods to the transporter on April 1st. Part A of the Eva Bill was submitted by the supplier on April 1st. After updating the GST of the transporter, transporter loaded the goods on the truck on April 3rd and completed Part B of the Eva Bill by updating vehicle number. In this case, validity will commence from April 1st or April 3rd, April 3rd, the day when Part B details are furnished. Illustration 4. ABC transporters are transporting goods from Mumbai to Delhi, distance 1420 kilometers approximately. Eva Bill was generated on 5th December at around 7 p.m. Considering the distance to be covered, this Eva Bill is valid for 15 days, computed from December 6th to December 20th. In case the transport conveyance breakdown on December 19 and it would take minimum 2 days to repair the vehicle, the validity period cannot be extended on the date of breakdown itself. The validity period can be extended by entering the above details after 12 am of April 21st. So that is like after 12 am of December, so it is like 5th December, na? So December 20th. So after 12 am of December 21st, 2018, by entering the above details after 12 am of December 21st, 2018 and before 8 am of December 21st, 2018. Then we have some amendments in anti-profiteering provisions. I am not discussing what is that before amendment, after amendment. So I am just discussing it based on the updated provisions. What is the background of this anti-profiteering? Why anti-profiteering is required? Because of implementation of GST, lot of suppliers tax rates have come down, but they did not pass on the benefit of the tax rate to the consumer by way of reducing the price, but they retained the same price so that they used to enjoy more profit. That is known as anti-profiteering. Same way, whenever more ITC is available, because compared to earlier indirect tax regime, under GST, more ITC is available. When this more ITC is available, consequently their purchase cost should come down. When their purchase cost comes down, then they should be in a position to pass on the benefit to the people by way of reducing the price, but they are not doing that. So that is also called as profiteering. So to avoid these two profiteerings, that is by retaining the same price, they used to enjoy a lot of profit. To avoid this profiteering, anti-profiteering is implemented in India. So about that background I have given there. Owing to implementation of GST, the tax rates have been reduced and ITC base has increased, resulting in cost saving to consumer. But the taxpayers has not passed on the benefit by way of reduction in price, resulting in more profits to the taxpayers. If there is a reduction in rate of tax on supply of goods or services, or benefit of ITC is now available under GST, then the registered person must pass on the benefit by reduction in prices. Now what authority will do? They will order reduction in prices, return to the buyer the benefit not passed along with 18% interest, payment of penalty and cancellation of registration. These are the consequences. Now what is that authority? Anti-profiteering authority. Who establishes that authority? Central government. And that anti-profiteering authority will be having a chairman who is Secretary to Government of India, and 4 technical members who worked as Commissioner under Central Tax or State Tax for at least 1 year, and these people are nominated by GST Council. Then below this Anti-Profiteering Authority, there will be 2 committees, Standing Committee on Anti-Profiteering and State Level Screening Committee. This Standing Committee on Anti-Profiteering is constituted by GST Council. Nominated officers of central government and state government will be there. Same way, State Level Screening Committee constituted by each state. It contains 1 officer of central government nominated by Chief Commissioner, 1 officer of central government nominated by Commissioner, and so total 3 bodies. Anti-Profiteering Authority, or also called as NAPA, National Anti-Profiteering Authority, Standing Committee on Anti-Profiteering, SCAP, State Level Screening Committee, SLSC. Now, what is the procedure? All these are before amendment and after amendment. Now, this I have incorporated into the procedure. Here, all the amendments are shaded in the red font. So, these are amendments. The remaining information is as per old provisions. First, there is a complainant. A person wants to make a complaint about a supplier who not passed on the benefit of reduction in rate or excess availment of ITC. The benefit should have been passed by way of reducing the price of the goods, but they did not do. So, a person makes a complaint. If the issue is local in nature, for example, one restaurant has not passed on the benefit, then it is a local in nature. Say one distributor has not passed on, so it's a national in nature, because that distributor may be, say, one company's distributor, PNG or HUL, etc. So that distributor has not passed on the benefit, then it is national in nature. If the issues are of local in nature, then application will be made with SLSC. If the issue is of national nature, then the application will be made to SCAP. If the issues are of local nature is made to SLSC, they will screen and forward it to SCAP within 2 months, plus it can be extended for a further period of 1 month. Once it reaches SCAP, thereafter they will not immediately conclude, they will examine the accuracy and adequacy of the evidence within 2 months from application, plus it can be extended for a further period of 1 month, and thereafter if they are satisfied, they will ask the DGAP, Directorate General of Anti-Profiteering, to give the investigation report. Suppose if they are not satisfied with the evidence, they will reject the application. So to decide whether they are satisfied or not, it will take 2 months plus 1 month. What satisfied or not, whether this is a fit case for investigation. Now, DGAP will do the investigation and submit the report within 6 months plus 3 months to SCAP. Thereafter, they will forward that report to NAPA, and NAPA within 6 months from the report of DGAP will order that registered person should comply with the order, or NAPA may ask for fresh investigation. So, maybe because of this much time, the anti-profiteering has not seen its success, because there are many people who are really not passing on the benefit, and they are taking their own course in finding. Then one more amendment is that previously it was for 2 years and now it has been extended to 4 years from the date of implementation. Means anti-profiteering provisions are applicable for a period of 4 years from the date of implementation. So previously it was 2 years, that has been further extended by 2 years. So these are the amendments related to miscellaneous topics. So with this we completed all amendments in GST. Thanks for watching these lectures, and if you have any doubts you can post your queries in the comments, or you can join my Telegram group, and please subscribe this channel and encourage me to post lot of videos related to indirect taxes. Thanks a lot.